Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to pose a couple of questions to you. Is the bear cycle going to be much shorter, and is the bottom almost in? I've got some really interesting data to sort of walk you through, but do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start on coin market cap, and the current market cap for all of crypto is at 1.26 trillion, down 3.71% decrease over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is just under 30,000 at 29,364.81, down 3.47% at the time of recording, and Ethereum is under 2,000 at 1,962.55, down 5.25% at the time of recording. And I do personally believe that we've got lower lows to come in. For me, I might look to sell some of my my altcoins to buy back cheaper. We'll see what decision I make in the coming hours, right? But I did want to sort of get this up on the screen, right? And you can't really see it, unfortunately, because of my big head being in the way. But ultimately, there's two of these people here, so like two of these just behind my head, which basically indicates that 0.27% of the global population can own one Bitcoin each, and I think that gives you kind of a bit of an idea as to how scarce Bitcoin is. I did kind of want to show that up. Epic fail on my part, because the two individuals are sat somewhere by my head here, so didn't really think that one through. But ultimately, I think I will share it in our Discord. Link is in the description, so do check out our Discord. But some of the things that I do want to talk through are some of the headlines at the moment. Trillions lost, lives ruined inside crypto Lehman Brothers, and this is basically talking through like the darker side, the side of crypto that people don't want to talk about. That'd be the scams in the space. Obviously, Nick and myself, have asked some questions regarding one project recently. Lots of bots being used, lots of people managing accounts pretending to be people that they're not, and ultimately lots of people's lives are being ruined, right? And we call this stuff out because we care about the community, we care about adoption of crypto, and this harms the adoption of crypto, right? But yeah, ultimately it's a fantastic article. I'm going to link this article in the description, not the description of the video, sorry, in the Discord, so do check out our Discord. But I kind of wanted to just talk about like the type of I guess articles that are being published at the moment. It's all really negative. Crypto funds shrink to the lowest since 2021.
Okay, it's that point in the video where we want to talk about being safe in the crypto space. We see a lot of scam activity and want to ensure our cheeky community are as safe as possible and prevent anyone from losing their crypto. There are many different scams in the space, but one of the most common and easy to avoid are those hacked wallets and exchanges being hacked themselves. This is where hardware wallets come in. When it comes to choosing a crypto wallet, there is no perfect solution. And no matter which kind of wallet you do choose, if you don't understand the basics of security, you can still become a target of bad actors. Now, like I said, we like hardware wallets because they minimize the risks that we cannot control, such as major data breaches at cryptocurrency exchanges or malware that exploits the zero-day vulnerabilities in mobile and desktop operating systems. To be clear though, hardware wallets are not perfectly safe. They will give you an added level of security and protection though. We do like to use the Ledger devices. We have Ledger Nano S and X on this channel, and these are for a good bang for your buck when it comes to keeping your crypto safe and secure. There are two models, the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S. The X uses Bluetooth and can be used with your mobile, where the Ledger Nano S, it does require you to actually plug it into a laptop. Those are the two main versions, and we actually use both of them as some cryptocurrencies only work with the Ledger Nano S currently. The Ledger Nano S is smaller, however, with a limit on the amount of different coins that you can hold, whereas the Ledger Nano X can hold up to 100 different cryptocurrencies. You often find yourself having a trade-off between the kind of hardware wallet that you want to buy and obviously the ones that do everything you absolutely need them to do. Now, when it comes to cost and availability, I do find that Ledger is a little bit easier to kind of come by and is more affordable to the everyday individual and investor. When it comes to buying a hardware wallet, we do suggest you research the different types and brands, and I cannot stress this part enough. Only order directly from the manufacturer, as there are many fake hardware wallets out there. If you are interested in a hardware wallet, there is a link to Ledger's official website in the description below. You will be able to find out more details about how to keep your crypto safe there. Guys, let's continue with the video.
Talking about July and stuff like that. So, again, these headlines, they're not great. One year later, DeFi bear market shows no end in sight. And that is kind of like where I really want to sort of tee off, because are you sort of the opinion of we're going to see, a prolonged bear cycle like what's illustrated here, and really we've only been in it for a short period of time and we've got so much longer to go. There's lots of YouTubers and influencers, talking about the Bitcoin halving being that catalyst, and I just want to sort of put it out there, right? Like, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. But I think we're moving away from this structure, right? And a lot of these influencers won't talk about the fact that it's a small data set. It's not a big data set. A lot of YouTubers and influencers, they don't talk about the size of the data set that is being utilized here, and many of them actually don't have any I guess life experience when it comes to these sorts of things, right? Nick and myself have been around the block. We've been in many different sectors within the space. We haven't just been in crypto, for example. We've been in the traditional space as well. And what I would say is, like, over time the cycle changes, and I think this is something that is not being considered by many in the space, but it is being considered by some. And there are some things that I want to sort of highlight here, other people's work obviously, but again, just talking about the reducing of the percentage losses or unrealized losses, and the time frame, right? Everything seems to be getting shorter and shorter, and I think this is true to a point, and it makes me question whether the Bitcoin halving actually has any relevance now. I think that it's more to do with the macro landscape, more to do with the things that are happening in the real world. I think the whole thing with COVID is a prime example of this. We had that pullback for COVID. And ultimately that was then sort of the catalyst, money printing, all that sort of stuff that really sort of supports with, the value of assets increasing. But, again, it's come down. I still feel like we've got a little bit lower to go. But, the question that I would pose is the bottom almost in? And I'm really interested to get your views and opinions on it. I really do. So that was one article to show. Again, here's another one. And actually, if we just go back here to see what's being said, what have we got here? Have you thought about adjusting the upper and lower bands? So again, I think this is something that's just been sort of pushed out here, but ultimately you're almost touching, and whenever you seem to touch, you seem to then sort of go back up and do a bit of a reversal. So yeah, just an interesting thing to take into consideration. And again, somebody here just I guess questioning whether the bottom is almost in, and actually we're about ready to have that increase. And I think that I'm more aligned to this aspect than I am some of the other options that are being sort of placed in front of me. I think the fact that we've had interest rate hikes, we've had inflation obviously going sky high, we've had the war between Russia and the Ukraine. All of these macro events are having an impact, right? And I think ultimately what is impacting us the most is the fact that retail investors now are having to spend their money in supermarkets and other places, fuel, for example. The cost of living has gone up, significantly. And I think that's kind of why we're at the point that we're at. We're not at the point where we're at because of like a Bitcoin halving, in my opinion. Now, historically, I think that would have been the case, and that's what we've kind of seen historically. But I just don't believe that that's what we're seeing now. I think the bottom is close to being in. And when I say close, I'm not talking like days. I am talking more a matter of weeks. And borderline maybe 2 months, but I think we're pretty close. We're expecting lower lows. Make sure that you're not FOMOing into assets at the moment. Although some of the prices look really juicy, we do expect some further lows to come. We need to go up before we come down, though. With that said, so there is some opportunities available, but do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Obviously, I'm just speculating, nobody really knows, but ultimately I am more of the opinion that macro events in the real world are actually what's having the impact on the crypto markets now, rather than Bitcoin halvings. Love to hear your views and opinions. Jump in our Discord, chat with us. It's free to join. Link is in the description. And don't forget, we've got our Patreon membership. Check that out if that is of interest to yourself. Again, we'd love to have you as a member. We do 2 weekly AMAs where you can ask us anything, a bit like Teams meetings where you can chat with us and so forth. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.